Imagine stumbling across a secret so mind-blowing that it sends shivers down the spines of experts worldwide. That's where Graham Hancock, a man known for flipping the script on traditional history, steps in. With a keen eye for the unexplained and a knack for challenging what we think we know, Hancock has sparked fiery debates across the globe. Now, he's turning heads again with a discovery in Egypt so startling it could rewrite history as we know it. Stay tuned as we delve into the depths of Hancock's latest findings that have everyone talking and some shaking in their boots. Number 1. Unveiling the enigmatic journey of the Ark of the Covenant. Graham Hancock, a name that's become synonymous with challenging the orthodox tales of history, has an appetite for the enigmatic that's just as insatiable as our own curiosity. In the spotlight now is none other than the Ark of the Covenant. Yes, that Ark, the one we've all heard whispered about in Sunday school and seen pursued in adventure films. But Hancock isn't content with the stories of old. He's digging deeper. In his book, The Sign and the Seal, he's not just retelling the biblical saga. He's rewriting it. Forget the familiar scene where the Ark, that gold-plated chest holding the 10 Commandments, gets lost in the chaos of the Babylonian siege of Jerusalem. Hancock's narrative has a twist. The Ark wasn't lost, it was sent on an undercover trip to Ethiopia. Now, why would this ancient treasure take a detour to Ethiopia? Hancock's not just throwing guesses around. He's scoured through historical texts, religious scripts, and the rich tapestry of Ethiopia's Christian lore to piece together a story that could very well belong in a detective novel. He says that this chest, this Ark, found a new home in the small, unassuming town of Aksum, tucked away in a chapel watched over by a monk who lives his life within its sacred walls. This monk's life mission? To protect the Ark. No one else sees it. No one else touches it. Talk about top-secret security. The locals in Aksum aren't just waiting for the world to believe their truth. They live it. The Ark for them isn't a dusty relic. It's a living part of their spiritual existence. But hang on. Hancock's tale has yet another layer. He suggests that the Ark of the Covenant might be more than just a chest. It might be an ancient gadget, a device capable of harnessing electrical power. Now, we all remember the Ark as this holy box, but Hancock is looking at it through the lens of an engineer. He sees the biblical description as a blueprint for an electrical capacitor. Could the ancient Jewish civilization have been light years ahead in science and technology? If Hancock's hunch is right, we might be standing on the edge of a historical revolution, one where the Ark isn't just a symbol of divine promise, but a testament to human ingenuity. Number 2. The mystery of the pyramids of Egypt. Graham Hancock isn't one to shy away from controversy, and his ideas about Egypt's pyramids, especially the Great Pyramid of Giza, have stirred up quite a storm. Dismissing the conventional dating that places these structures in the era of the 4th dynasty around 2600 BC, he suggests we've got the timeline all wrong. Hancock argues that these ancient wonders are even more ancient than we think. Now that's a twist, right? So how does he back up this bold claim? Hancock points to the astounding precision and astronomical alignments of the pyramids as evidence that the Egyptians of the 4th dynasty might just not have had the necessary tech to pull off such feats. Think about it. Those precise measurements, the way they line up with the stars. Could this be the handiwork of an unknown advanced civilization? Imagine a society thriving long before the ancient Egyptians, who originally engineered these breathtaking structures. If Hancock's right, the Egyptians might have just been the beneficiaries of these architectural gifts, taking over what a far older civilization left behind. He takes it further, suggesting the positioning of the pyramids on Earth is no accident. They're allegedly aligned with key land masses, suggesting there's more to these pyramids than meets the eye. And the plot thickens with his observation that the pyramid's dimensions could be connected to cosmic constants, like the speed of light. Now, that's not something you hear every day. This theory upends the traditional view that pyramids were just pharaohs' glorified graves. Hancock sees them as possibly fulfilling a higher purpose, maybe one with spiritual or otherworldly significance. It's a call to open our minds and entertain the thought that these stone giants were more than just final resting places for Egyptian royalty. So, as we look at these towering testimonies of ancient ingenuity, Hancock's views compel us to question and rethink what we've been taught. Number 3. Hancock's theory of extraterrestrial entities. Imagine stepping into the shadows of a prehistoric cave, your flashlight beam hitting walls covered in curious paintings. Graham Hancock, a man with a penchant for the past's puzzles, guides us in his book, Supernatural, Meetings with the ancient teachers of mankind, to look closer. The images we find are not just random scribbles, but intricate tales from ancient times. Hancock wonders out loud, could these cave etchings be proof of encounters with beings beyond our world? These paintings show strange figures, part human, part animal, and they're not just found in one corner of the globe. They're a common thread woven through the tapestry of human history. Hancock isn't one to shy away from bold ideas. He's convinced that these figures were early man's way of documenting visits from extraterrestrial beings. What if these therianthropes, as they're called, were more than myth? Hancock draws lines connecting dots across time and cultures, suggesting that shamans, those ancient mediators between the human and spirit realms, might have actually been in touch with otherworldly visitors during their trance-induced journeys. He proposes a striking idea, that our ancestors experienced these beings in altered states, brought on by natural psychedelics, which opened doors to other dimensions. These experiences, as Hancock hypothesizes, could have been the ancient world's version of a close encounter, with plants as the keys to unlocking these meetings. Across the planet, these substances had a sacred role, potentially serving as conduits for knowledge or divine messages. Is it too far-fetched to think that they could have revealed visitors from the stars? Hancock's theory is a wild ride through human history, art, and consciousness. It aligns with the ancient astronaut hypothesis, suggesting that extraterrestrial forces might have been the unsung heroes or villains in our development as a species. What if our ancestors weren't just painting their dreams but their reality? This narrative isn't just about aliens or visions, it's a conversation starter. What do these paintings mean to you? Could our ancestors really have been hosts to visitors from other galaxies? It's a question that not only spans the history of art, but also the history of human belief and experience. Hancock's theory isn't just food for thought, it's a banquet for the imagination. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. Let's dig a little deeper. Like an archaeologist uncovering secrets from the sands of time. Down in Egypt, there's buzz about a discovery that has everyone talking. In his exploration of ancient mysteries, Graham Hancock presents a head-scratching hypothesis in Supernatural, Meetings with the Ancient Teachers of Mankind. He's zeroed in on cave masterpieces that are millennia old, showcasing beings that are half human, half beast, known as therianthropes. Now, if that term just made you raise an eyebrow, you're not alone. These beings, sketched across cave walls worldwide, are at the heart of one of Hancock's most mind-bending theories. Could these paintings be more than just artistic expression? Hancock dares to suggest they might be snapshots of extraterrestrial meet and greets. This isn't just a wild hunch. He connects the dots back to shamanic traditions, where altered states, often kicked off by nature's own hallucinogens, opened up lines of communication with the spirit world. What if these ancient shamans were actually making contact, not with spirits, but with visitors from the stars? Hancock's idea isn't just a side note in the history books. He believes our ancestors could have been the first interstellar diplomats, using altered consciousness as a cosmic telephone. And these therianthropes, they might just be the star guests in this prehistoric drama. His theory walks hand in hand with the ancient astronaut narrative, but with a creative twist. Our forebears may have been documenting these otherworldly encounters right on their walls. Whether you find this as a leap of faith or a leap of reason, it's hard to ignore the common thread found in cave art across different cultures. So what's your take? Number 4. Ancient civilizations and extraterrestrials. Imagine stumbling upon a puzzle that spans across time and cultures, a riddle etched not only in stone, but in the very fabric of ancient civilizations. This is the enigmatic world Graham Hancock invites us to explore. Picture the pyramids of Egypt and the stargazing complexes of the Mayans, civilizations light years ahead in their architectural genius. How did they do it? Hancock nudges us to ponder. Could these milestones in human achievement have been inspired by a helping hand from the cosmos? Consider this: the towering pyramids, a marvel of precision, and the Mayan observatories, a testament to celestial wisdom. Both feats are extraordinary, almost too advanced for their time. So advanced, in fact, that Hancock boldly proposes the possibility of extraterrestrial mentorship. It's not every day you hear a theory that shakes the very foundations of our historical understanding, but here we are, contemplating a cosmic tutorial for ancient humanity. In Supernatural, Meetings with the Ancient Teachers of Mankind, Hancock doesn't just throw ideas into the void. He anchors them with the recurring symbols found in art from diverse ancient cultures. These therianthropic figures, a fusion of human and animal traits, seem to appear as a collective memory shared across oceans and generations. Why do they recur? Were they simply mythical creatures of lore, or could they represent something or someone more? The plot thickens as Hancock surmises these connections could have been made not in spaceships, but within the mind's vast expanse, perhaps under the influence of nature's own mind-altering flora. Such plants could have been the key to an otherworldly dialogue, a gateway to encounters with beings from beyond our realm. As you absorb this, ask yourself, what if Hancock is onto something? What if our ancestors were privy to knowledge that was literally out of this world? Could the remarkable advancements of ancient societies be footprints of an interstellar exchange program? This is not just another conspiracy theory. It's an invitation to entertain the possibility of a history untold, a nudge to look at the monuments of yore not just as relics of the past, but as beacons that may have been lit with knowledge from the stars. Number 5. The Lost City of Atlantis. Dive into the heart of a mystery that has captured imaginations for generations, the tale of Atlantis. It's not just a story for children or the plot of an adventure movie. It's a puzzle that has been sparking debates for over 2 millennia. Plato, the famed philosopher, was the first to speak of this advanced civilization that supposedly vanished beneath the waves. Fast forward to today, and enter Graham Hancock, a man on a mission to peel back the layers of this legend. Hancock isn't just another storyteller, he's a detective of history, hunting for clues that most have overlooked. In his captivating book, Fingerprints of the Gods, he doesn't just retell Plato's story, he re-examines it, placing Atlantis in a real-world setting that many scholars have brushed aside. He poses a bold idea. Could the frigid wastelands of modern-day Antarctica be the same lands Plato described, now just cloaked in ice? Here's where things get interesting. Hancock points to the Piri Reis map, an ancient world map that peculiarly shows the northern coastline of Antarctica, land not officially recorded until much later. This map might just be the X marks the spot on this treasure hunt for truth, but it's not treasure Hancock seeks. It's knowledge, a rich heritage that could rewrite history books. The plot thickens as Hancock suggests that survivors of Atlantis might have fled their sinking homeland, not just saving themselves, but also carrying a trove of advanced knowledge. This wisdom, according to Hancock, didn't just fade into the annals of time. Instead, it found new homes across the world, sowing the seeds for the rise of illustrious civilizations like the Egyptians, Mayans, and Sumerians. Could these well-known cultures owe their advancements to Atlantis's legacy? While Hancock's theories are undeniably thrilling, they're also stirring up quite the debate in scholarly teacups. Some academics wave off the notion of Atlantis being more than a myth. Yet, here we are, with Hancock's ideas quietly challenging us to consider the potential reality of this legendary city. He invites us to look beyond the myths and ask ourselves, what if there's a chapter of our history that lies hidden, not just under the ocean, but beneath the ice of one of the world's coldest continents?